to the true ones. I'm excited about this. This is a documentary about my life. We finna get into it. With receipts. Receipts, baby. Receipts. You hear Bob Marley in the background? Lying in the jungle. Like a wounded lion in the jungle. In the jungle. Hey. Like a wounded lion in the jungle. In the jungle. In the jungle. Yeah. Hey. Oh. It must be Judgment Day. Hey. Oh. It must be Judgment Day. Hey, that's the song y'all gonna hear. Y'all know what he talking about? When he say wounded lion in the jungle? He talking about the beast with the mortal wound that got healed and he went to destroy on Judgment Day, because the beast and the seven spirits of God are one and the same. The beast and the dragon, they're all the same. They're the same, okay? And it's him. He's the eighth that belongs to the seventh, okay? That they talk about in the Bible. And I'm going to explain how in the last season that they just filmed of Umbrella Academy, there were more siblings. And at the end, what does Ben say, who is 6? He is the number 6, right? And he has the beast that comes out of him, right? And it's like a dark burgundy, color beast that comes out of him with all them tentacles that represents the beast, right? That's a part of the 7 spirits of God, right? That's why it's 7 of them. So at the end of season 3, he says there's only 10 of us left, because that represents the 10 kings that come together, which is also of the 7 spirits of God, but they come together to destroy on Judgment Day, and they come together in one person. All right, this is very, very deep, and I'm about to start it off with this, because in season 3, this thing called the Kugel Blitz, all right, the Kugel Blitz is introduced, and it's in the basement. It's in the basement, and what the mom say, the robot mom was like, God's in the basement. And I'm going to show you how I've been destroying the world out of my basement, right? So we can go to a YouTube video where I explain everything. Hold on, give me a second. There go my beautiful wife, the great mother. Never forget that. But this is me. This was 3 years ago. I was in my basement, and I was telling y'all on this channel, which is now invisible. When I do post old videos that I posted on this new channel, I upload my other videos onto this, but you can't interact with this anymore. All right, nobody can see all of this but me. It's invisible to everybody else. All right, all they can see is the video, and you have to be subscribed to me on my channel with all them subscribers on it. You have to be subscribed in order to get a notification to even watch this video from the notifications. Okay, you have to watch my videos from notifications. They don't pop up in your news feed because my channel is invisible now. All right, which all coincides with me and my invisibility. Okay, which also goes with the invisibility of number 6 on Umbrella Academy until something happened with time. And when time was changed, when they jumped the timeline, he is visible now when they jumped the timeline, okay? But that's just all representative of me and my family, and how I've been telling you I'm about to be invisible again, and then how my wife is invisible. This whole Umbrella Academy thing is about me and my family, all right? The 7 spirits of God, which I've been telling y'all for a while that I'm the 7 spirits of God. And in this video I made 3 years ago is me in my basement, and you're going to hear me say I'm in my basement, but this is where I started destroying the world at. And that's where the Kugel Blitz is in the basement of God's house, God's temple, destroying the world at God's altar, okay? And that's why it's red. The Kugel Blitz is red, right? That the big ball of energy that's in the basement on Umbrella Academy. And they said, and the robot said that it came, right? The red Kugel Blitz came when the 7 spirits of God, or the 7 brothers and sisters, the Umbrella Academy, showed up to their house after the time was changed. Remember, I told you I broke Chronos' clock. I changed time. We're now on God's time. We're still in 2021. Okay, everybody think we in 2022, but time stopped in 2021. All right, so let me play this video for y'all. This right here was an altar that Great Spirit had me make. And this is how their banking system was shut down, and I made this in February. Let me start it all over because I don't know if y'all can hear it. This right here was an altar that Great Spirit had me make, and this is how their banking system was shut down, and I made this in February. See, it's money all underneath. It's money all underneath. There go my elephant. And, let me pause this real quick. This correlates with the elephant that just trampled that lady over there in India and went to her funeral and then trampled her ass again and then went and fucked up her neighborhood. That's because that's me. I'm that elephant. Okay, and that was just a warning. And that's why they did stuff under the number 7, representing the 7 spirits of God. That's why it was a 70-year-old lady to put my number out there, 7. I keep telling y'all my numbers are 6 and 7. So whenever you see that, just know that somewhere I'm involved. All right. I had to put my checkbook, but it's more money in the checkbook too. But it's money. This is how I'll shut down their banking system. This is what Great Spirit had. This is how I'll destroy my enemies. And they can't do shit. With me on top. With my grandma. And, fuck you mean. We're in control of it. That's how powerful I am. We're in control of their money right now. We are in control of their money. All their money. They can't do nothing. And they're pissed about it. They're very mad about what happened over here in my basement. Opportunity, me preparation. The true one. Now wait a minute though. Hold up, man. Motherfuckers don't know how real it really is. This is the mystery of God being revealed. They even showing me through the movie. They making movies about me. All these movies y'all be seeing and shit, and all these things, these weird ass things, these celebrities and shit is doing with my red horse and all that shit, man. Yo, it's true. I'm a living legend. I'm a legend in the flesh here talking to y'all. I'm doing everything. I'm destroying the world in front of the world. Okay, let's get back to it, all right? Now, notice they're going to keep doing this pose, right? That's Bob Marley, and that's the hangman position. In Umbrella Academy, you see Klaus. You see a lot of them do this pose a lot because when you see what Bob Marley doing, that's self-sacrifice. That's the Christ energy. And when you see the hangman upside down, that's when you sacrifice somebody else. Okay? We doing everything upright because we righteous. We sacrifice ourselves. Okay? Now let me get back to it, yo. That's Bob Marley blowing a horn because he is the 8th that belongs to the 7. But I gotta get back to this. Alright, Umbrella Academy. Let's start right here. I said these movies be about us. First season of Umbrella Academy, the androgynous looking girl who played violin, because she caused the apocalypse, right? My androgynous ass played the violin and viola from grade school to high school. There's books written about me and my wife. Our story is more than global. And this is me right here. That's my violin. That's my viola. And I'm wearing red and black and it's blazers. And y'all know I'm two-spirited. Alright, I'm a lesbian, but the Great Father lives in his soul is in my body. Alright, that's me. I'm the Great Father. But y'all have no idea, unless you've been following me, what energy is and how the soul works and how, you know what I mean, being two-spirited is having a Great Father and Great Mother live through you. And they be down in all the lesbian or all the people in the LGBTQIA community, and they don't know we God's favorite. All you homophobes is in trouble, man. Y'all in trouble. God came in his body for a reason. Alright, and then I wrote this the other day about the Umbrella Academy. Alright, I said Victor and Harlan. Alright, Victor and Harlan. Alright, Harlan is the 8th that belongs to the 7. Victor, right? Because he has a piece of Victor inside of him. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. Harlan equals 8. Me and Bob Marley, because I am the 7 spirits of God, and Bob Marley was my past life, and he is the 8th because he is me. That's my past life, and he always been the trumpet for God. I can't believe I didn't. There's more to that, and I'm gonna explain that. All right. I said they keep showing my blue flame in Umbrella Academy. All right. 7 is now Victor, the conqueror. That's what a victor is, right? A conqueror, right? I was like, I told y'all, this show is about me, the 7 spirits of God. Each sibling is an aspect of God. Remember, it says there is an 8th that is also of the 7th in Revelation. Then the 7 become the 10 kings. That's why there's more siblings and they're all God. And even their father, because at the end of Umbrella Academy, you see of season 3 anyway, you see their dad, Reginald Hargreaves. You see him standing at the top of the tower next to a woman in a wedding dress, and it represents the great wedding that happens at the end of Revelations when God takes everybody to the city of peace after they rebirth the earth. And notice that they reset earth, and that's what we're doing right now. And I keep telling y'all, we're rebirthing the earth. That's why all this crazy weather and shit is happening. We're rebirthing the earth. It's us. It's not the government fucking with the weather. It's us. And the dad, he resets it with the power from the 7 spirits. All right, he resets the earth. All right, and at the end, you see him and his wife standing up top because they're about to go get married. That's the great wedding party at the end of Revelations. All right, it's shit's deep. It's all about my whole life. All right, this was in 2020. I was like, I'm watching this season 2 of Umbrella Academy. Yesterday, I was explaining how Vanya's character is based off of my life. Now I'm noticing more stuff. They call her 7, the 7 spirits of God, and she has the blue flame on top of that. And all throughout Umbrella Academy, what you see, the blue flame come destroying shit. What I told you, I'm the blue flame scientist. My blue flame, my blue flame finna get dropped to the earth and take everybody that cannot evolve and move past third density. Is about to take them out of existence. There's no more reincarnation. Like, either you can evolve and go to the next level, or you're getting destroyed, taken out of existence. And that's all you see is this blue flame just coming through it. First, you see the blue flame knock out the power. Then you see the blue flame start taking motherfuckers out of existence. They turn to ash, yo. They no longer exist. All right. I said she's an androgynous lesbian. She has a run-in with the CIA, which is me. I already got videos. I didn't show y'all when I was in Hawaii how they sent a missile and they called it a false missile crisis of Hawaii that happened January 13th, 2018. That's when I lived in Hawaii. That year that I moved back. I moved back to 330, which is my birthplace, and that's when I started working out of the basement. I had to open a bottomless pit from the basement of St. Thomas Hospital, which is also a character in Umbrella Academy when a brother, Diego, he has to break out the mental hospital. I've been telling y'all about this shit, yo. But I had to go to 444 North Main Street, St. Thomas Hospital, to open a portal to open the bottomless pit. And if you know anything about geography or anthropology and how America is really one of the Egypts. And this is Babylon, where I live at right now. This is where in 330. This is where Babylon was originally. So I had to come back here, my birthplace. I was born here to open the bottomless pit that's here, which had a shockwave effect, which is why there's a lot of sinkholes now. Because after opening the bottomless pit, the holes started opening up, and a lot of sinkholes started happening because the earth is about to collapse into the bottomless pit and be set on fire with my blue flame and a whole bunch of other fire. I'm the keeper of the 7 flames, so I have a lot of different fires. But the blue flame is the one that take you out of existence. Okay, I said she blows stuff up like I've been doing, all stuff I've been through and done. My wife had to take them implants out of my body that the CIA put in through an angel of mine, which is when it says the beast kingdom was plunged into darkness, is when those implants went into my body because the angel was mad at me and he was working with the CIA, which has something to do with Jay-Z because he is COINTELPRO. He's one of the CIA agents that helped did this to me through one of my angels. Long story, I already told this already. So we're going to keep on going so I can break down how this is a documentary about me. I said those were my mortal wounds that were healed after a spirit that was watching over me put them in my body for the CIA. I could keep going, but you get how it goes. These people already know who everybody is, all right? All right, that's me. And this deals with how Klaus was eating menudo with his mom who had passed away. Alright, they took this from me because I'll be talking to the spirits on the other side because my whole family is with me. They're invisible, but they're on the other side. My wife is literally invisible. She never died, but the media will tell you that my wife is dead, but she's not dead. She just made herself invisible. And they did a ritual and they killed my wife's clone on Mother's Day in 2019. of May, right after Nipsey was called up to the mothership too, and everybody think Nipsey dead, but he ain't dead. All this happened to my family around the same time, and then I also, this is in 2019. April is when I ended up in the mental hospital, St. Thomas, about Nipsey. I was in, like, I brought all the dragons out. I made a video about that too, and it tells you how the dragon was chasing the son that got caught up. But I wasn't. I was protecting him, and I came to his defense. Like, the Bible got everything twisted, and they're talking about Nipsey, and that's why I ended up in the hospital after I brought my dragon out. I went to a trance, and I was hanging on the fence in hangman position that you saw Bob Marley was in. And first they called the police, but the police were not allowed to touch me. Remember, I made that video explaining that. So the police had to leave, and they called the fire department. And the fire department took me to St. Thomas Hospital, which I spent 22 days in there fighting demons and opening up portals, okay? So... and this right here, I just said, some of y'all spooky, y'all won't take this advice because you're religious shackles and restraints. But for those of you who want to know, when your loved one passes away, they're still around unless they were too evil. We got them in a special place right now. You can do things with your loved ones like you used to do, and they will participate with you. For example, I eat grilled cheese with my grandma almost every day because that was her favorite thing to do. I drink coffee with my mom. I smoke ganja with Crystal and Ermias. They're still around, okay? I was just explaining that, and that's important because you see Klaus go to heaven after he died, but he's healed again because he's one of the beasts that, you know, that the mortal wound is healed and you become immortal. All right, you become immortal. All right, and he gets talk to his mom, and I had an incident where me and my wife was eating menudo and the shit spilled all over everywhere. All right, that's why that's important to know. All right, and this is basically me telling y'all about how what's going to happen on Judgment Day and how y'all gonna hear the song I just played for y'all, and we gonna get caught up to the spaceship. All right, y'all can pause and read this. I'm trying to hurry up at this point because I want to get back to the powers and what everything mean, and I also want to finish showing y'all this, because this was the post that I told you I was going to finish telling y'all about, but y'all only saw a little bit of it. All right, I said Victor and Harlan. All right, Harlan is the eighth that belongs to the seven because he has a piece of Victor inside of him. He is the eighth letter of the alphabet. Harlan equals 8. Me and Bob Marley because I am the seven spirits of God, and Bob Marley was my past life. He is the eighth because he is of me and has always been a trumpet for God. But he is also his own king. Go listen to Wounded Lion in the Jungle by Bob Marley. It's about the beast with the mortal wound that was healed and heading to Judgment Day to destroy. When your mortal wound is healed, it means you are immortal. Klaus has mortal wounds, but he always came back to life, making him immortal. All of this is about me and actual situations I had in my life, down to Allison's husband and daughter being invisible to the world, and my wife and daughter, they're invisible to the world. Y'all can't see them, all right? These people owe me money. They even show my blue flame taking people out of existence. This show is deep and very telling. Now let me head over into here, because I just told y'all about Allison, her powers. Like, you know how God slays the world with his word sound power, which is his tongue, which is a mighty sword? That's what she represents. Okay? She can slay people with her mouth. Okay? Vanya with the blue flame all behind her. And look, she plays the violin. Her violin be fucking shit up. Alright? That's how she did the first Apocalypse, playing the violin. But it's symbolic for me playing the violin, and also my sigils, which are my other artistic ways, which are my paintings that I paint. Like y'all see my one painting that I told you they're the images of the beast, and they come to life. Like my one painting of Pele's foot, and it's stumping the ground in the water and on land at the same time. And that it was the same thing that happened in the Gulf of Mexico when the water caught on fire and they couldn't put it out. And I got a video on that. Okay, you just got to go through all my videos. I got a video on that with my painting. But I did that painting 3 years ago when I made that video that I just showed y'all about me being in my basement. I be doing my work, destroying the earth, destroying the wicked in my basement. That's how it started. Okay, and you see she wearing all white, playing the violin. Okay, because that's symbolizing her holiness. And she went to Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? She went to her God body and started fucking shit up through her art. You know what I mean? So that's Vanya. All right. Diego went to the mental hospital. Okay. That's where that's me, symbolic for me being in the mental hospitals, fucking shit up in there. All right. That's where the portal to the bottomless pit was open. Luther ended up being invisible by the end, but he comes back through his brother Klaus to hug his wife. Symbolic for me and my wife hugging each other all the time, and my wife always with me, and she always got her body and her arms wrapped around me, and I'll be showing y'all pictures of that. But she's just invisible, but she's not dead. She's really alive, and he's really, really strong, and they get married too. He gets married, symbolic for the wedding party and after the apocalypse. Even though he got married during the apocalypse, it's all symbolic for other things. It's a very symbolic show. It's a documentary, and if you know how to break the code, you know how, if you're a decoder, then the shit was just very, very, easy to decode, man. You can see go read Revelations, and you can see where all this correlates, and you can decode the Bible then and see where they're lying about shit and how they made the devil God and God the devil in the Bible. Okay, they switched a lot of roles, but to confuse the people and have the deceiver Jesus, who is also in the hole right now for deceiving the world. Like I just show videos on that motherfucker's in the hole. There's a lot of symbolic things going on around that, but that motherfucker's in the hole for lying and deceiving the whole world, and he's about to be burnt up with the blue flame too. But and all his people that love him so much, and they denounce God for the devil. But this is basically Klaus, you know what I mean, and his white rhino. He dies in a white rhino room doing the hangman position in the upright way, symbolic for the Christ. But he also comes back because he's immortal. His mortal wounds were healed. Okay. Ben, like I told y'all, he's the beast. He represents the dragon because the beast comes out of his body. All right. He's the number 6 as well. And he, like I say right here, he possesses the ability to summon the eldritch creatures through a portal to another dimension located in his body. And I told you, your chakras are portals, and that's how your power comes out, through your chakras. That's how I can make the thunder sound like an earthquake and make the whole world shake, like I did the other day. I got videos on that too. For those of you who come past and don't know nothing about me, 5 is the messenger. Okay. Remember, the number 5 is the Christ number. So even though when the cross represents death, the 4 points of the cross comes to a middle point in the center, which represents the heart of the cross. And those 4 points turn into 5 points, and it represents the Christ number. Okay, the 5 points of the cross represents the Christ through resurrection. And he says in here, he's the messenger, and he time travels. He jumps in and out of time all the time. All right. But he represents the Christ too. All right. And this is just me talking about the wedding scene. You know what I mean? Or showing y'all the wedding scene that the dad, Reginald Hargreaves, the father, him and the great mother. All right. At the end, it says, who did Reginald Hargreaves marry? Because it just ends after that. And they say he's an alien and all this other shit. When the alien just represents the primordial source that is God. All right, and he used the 7 spirits' power to reset the earth, like I said earlier, and he gets married to the great mother at the end. That's what that's symbolic for. Okay, we almost done. You know, I like to do shit quick because people have short attention spans. Oh, we are done. I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everything. That's all y'all needed to know. That's all y'all needed to know. That's all I wanted to show y'all. Remember, I told y'all my invisibility is activated. All right, soon y'all won't be able to hear me no more. Neither. I'm just gonna go all the way faded to black. Okay, and then y'all gonna see me pop out one day after they tell y'all that I'm dead. I'm not. And that's when Bob Marley gonna start singing his Judgment Day with his trumpet. Alright? That's what Bob Marley, he finna pop out, okay? He gonna pop out. Bob Marley gonna pop out on y'all with his trumpet and start singing, it must be Judgment Day. But before I go, I wanna show y'all this real quick. I wrote this because Bob Marley would come to me, all right, and during meditation, he'd be in this purple bubble, you know what I mean, because he was healing too. And I wrote this when he came to me in this purple bubble, and that song he got that's called Work, it started to play, and then all of a sudden, my soul just started rapping this song that I call, or poem that I call Work. And I'm about to I'm a I'm a I'm gonna read this to y'all real quick. All right. Work. We got work to do. So I'll be sitting in the park working with nature's brew. Or I'll be sitting in the dark watching the spirit move. Meditation, perpetuation, fourth dimensional, mental, manifesting all my blessings invested. All the powers in me by she I reap. Hope I don't repeat. Feels like eternity. How long we been sleep? Wake me up, I wanna see. Get me where I need to be. It ain't out here in these streets. All these shadows trying to creep. All I wanna do is be. Will they let the goddess breathe somewhere close to my trees? I get rooted. Ancestors in me. All pollution gotta go. I know to receive this flow. This work gotta blow. I ain't talking about dope. Extraterrestrial, celestial, light body, somebody. I go blast off with a road. I mean sky, hella high. Watch me fly. I can't die. Immortal soul. I've been here before. Different road. I had drove spaceships, hydroplane, my whip, astroplane. We dip. Flip them nines one more time. That's 6. Watch me shift. Got my gear, hope y'all ready, cause we here. Everything we've been waiting for is right next door. But before we go, we got to do this work. I know who I am. Do you? Ha ha! Peace to the true ones, yo.